There we go. So it's a shame that everyone who's going to watch this later is going to miss that first story. I'm not retelling it. So you're talking to these people, and you know that we can help them. You know that they have what it takes to do what you're doing and maybe be better at it than you. And you send that if I would you throw that question out there and they respond, yeah, I'll do that. Because you got just enough from them to pique an interest. Then you don't hear back. They blow you off. They don't return the call. Suddenly someone who has nothing going on in their life has the busiest life in the world. Why are they avoiding me? And Erica, it was interesting that you brought up that question because I had, Dan, about an hour and a half long conversation with my little brother on Sunday. And we got around and talking about business, and guess who's dealing with the same exact thing? And if I had to guess, out of the, what do we got, 9 people on this call? So out of the 8 of you outside of me, if I had to guess, if you all did your assignments and sent at least one, if not multiple invites, many of you probably didn't even get a chance to close. Didn't even get that far. You probably were able to send the presentation, but it didn't get to the point of a close. Yeah, everyone's nodding yes. And did I know that was going to happen? Yeah, I did. That's why I made you do it. All right? That was not a failure. You just learned something. You just learned a very valuable lesson. You just learned that you care so much about the outcome that you missed a step. You were overeager. And you were putting you ahead of them. Now, a few of you may go, no, I didn't do that. I was totally thinking about them. No, you weren't. Because how many of you can honestly tell me their why? Not the superficial one. Well, he lost his damn job. His why is he's broke. Not that why. The why that makes a person go, I just got 2 jobs so that I can figure out my finances to get my health right and start a business. What business, I don't know, but it's going to be anything I can see. I am willing to do anything I can succeed at. Did you get that why? Why? And I'd have to guess you didn't. I'd have to guess you didn't. You didn't continue to form them. Because you were thinking about, I got to do that closing script. I need to practice I've been working on that puppy all week long in front of a mirror with my husband, with my kids. Ricardo's going to make me do it on the call on Tuesday. I got to get that in. I at least got to go for no, right? Which is great thing. Got to go for no. But you didn't take the time to almost enjoy the journey and get to know a person as a friend, as someone you honestly care about. So I was talking to Danny, and specifically with his friends, I don't know how many of you know, obviously, Dan's a sapphire for anyone that's done gems. It's like, you don't even have to be good at gems to know he's a sapphire. Daniel is a filmmaker. That's his trade. That's what he went to school for. That has been his passion since 4. When he used to plan movies with his action figures. Most kids play and they do it boom, boom, bow, bow, and kind of like the dialogue is going on in their head or something. You heard the entire script coming out of Danny's room with the voices. The stuntmen, the whole thing. That's Danny's world. So it's no wonder that Daniel attracts people like him, right? Like attracts like. So as Danny and I talked about what he was going through, very similar to you, Erica. I mean, he got to the point where, they were interested. They're like, yeah, that sounds like it could help me. Send me that. Blow off. He couldn't even get to a closing script. He's like, I'm telling you, like they need this for the same reasons I need this. So what I asked Daniel was, did you tell a story? Did you have them tell their story? Now, Dan is a filmmaker. He is a writer. He creates stories for a living. Stories that he has to convey to an audience. Okay? So this is his trade. This is his skill set. He's not an accountant, right? He's not sitting on a call center. He's not a farmer. He is a storyteller by trade. The people he is talking to are storytellers by trade. And yet in the conversations he had with them, neither he or the person he was talking to told a story. Why? Because Dan was looking at the outcome, the end game, the final step. The final step is get him on the phone, run the closing script. So he was looking at the closing script and didn't take the time to form and find their sign, strengths, interests, goals, needs, by having them tell their story. People love to talk about themselves. They have a story to tell. 9 times out of 10, people walk around this world. Maybe they give each other the guy nod, all right? But no one ever speaks. People rarely smile. People don't conversate. How many times does someone walk up to you and say, how you doing? And no matter how you are doing, good. That could have been the rottenest moment of your life. Good. I'm all right. Whatever. You just give a one-word answer, you keep walking. How many times do you ask someone, what's up? How's it going? How you doing? And don't even stick around to hear the answer. But how much do you love when someone takes a moment to make their world about you and allow you to express what's here, that struggle, to let it out, that someone gives a damn enough to want to know what's really going on in your world, what actually matters to you. So I'm talking to Dan, and I relayed him back to his own story. I said, Dan, all right, you're a filmmaker. Why would you trust your big brother to do this business as far away from film as it can possibly get? Why? Why'd you do this? Why did he do it? Because he got tired of being a failure at networking. Think about what a filmmaker does. They have to sell an idea. It's not even a product yet, right? We have a product. I can show you P90X. I can give you before and afters. He has an idea, a concept in his brain. At most, it's been storyboarded. There's a drawing of it, of what it might be. Maybe there's a rough screenplay on it. And he has to go to complete strangers, the people who have money, and sell them on the idea of investing in a concept that is in his brain that he is promising to make come to fruition, that's going to make them money. What is he? He's networking. He is a network marketer before he even joined us. That's what he is, a salesman. Didn't even know it. Isn't even prepared with the skill sets to do it. So these friends of his are also out there failing at networking. They're begging for money and not getting it, working jobs they don't want to be working instead of working on their craft. So why is Dan doing this? Because I helped Daniel see a bigger vision. What if there was something that could generate an income while you're at home, working part-time, that would allow you to, and I touched on all his needs, to spend more time with your wife, to have more time to spend with your God, to not have to be tempted to work on the Sabbath, to generate an income which will allow you to invest in your own films, in your own productions, to do the kind of work you want to do, to get the message out that you want to get out there, and not a message that's been influenced by the people with the money who are going to change it for what makes them more money. Would that be something you'd be interested in? And of course, he talked himself into it. I let him talk about those things, about what he wanted. So like attracts like. Daniel's attracting sapphires. Did you give those sapphires the opportunity, like I gave you, to talk about their dreams? Really talk about their dreams, to envision it, to follow it from beginning to end verbally, and then come around with what's stopping them from getting there? Did that happen? Or did we go, hey, you need money? Yeah, you need money for investors, right? Hey, I gotta wait for you to do it. If I sent you something that would teach you how to get money from investors, would you look at it? Cool, here you go. Did you get a need? Yeah. Did you get a why? No. But if you talk to them and allow them to express to you those dreams without making the assumption, let them talk about those goals. What are you doing now that's going to get you to that goal? Man, I'm busting ass and it's just not happening. Well, how long is it going to take for you to come up with the money to do that film that you've been sitting on for 4 years now? At this rate, bro, I got to keep taking all these odd jobs, making other people's movies. I don't know. I just don't know. Does that bother you? Yeah. What are you willing to do to make it happen? Like, what's going to happen if you can't do it? I don't know, man. I'm at that point. I want to have kids with my wife, want to get married. I'm at that point where I got to think about, can I make this happen? Or am I going to have to take the realistic job? Now, I can relate to that myself. I was a musician, singer, songwriter, dancer. My life, my world, my breath, everything that I was about creating music and touching people with my words, with my art form. I gave up that dream. I gave up God's gift to me to do what? To take a realistic job. Not a day goes by that I wonder. Not a day goes by when I have trouble writing today, tapping into that sapphire that I once was. Not a day goes by, I look in the mirror and I wonder if he's still there, because I don't often see him. Danny has been introducing me to that guy. How many people do you talk to who gave up? How many people do you talk to who are about to give up? You have the solution, but it's not a solution to them until they figure out they've got a real problem. So how do you get that callback? Talk them into their why. Let them talk about it. Let it come out. Let them express it in such a way that they're damn near going to cry with you in front of them or on the phone. That they start thinking about it and going, damn, I don't know that I have a way to figure this out, Ricardo. But I'll tell you what, if I don't figure it out soon, I'm gonna have to go another direction. If I sent you a video that might help you, and then you repeat those needs. If I sent you a video that might teach you some skill sets to allow you to earn an income so you don't have to work them odd jobs, that would allow you to make enough money to possibly invest in your own work while staying home with your family. And by doing this, actually teach you the skill sets you need to succeed as a filmmaker, to get more investors. Would you be willing to take 8 minutes, or I mean, depending on whatever you're sending them, 30 minutes if it's the webinar, to watch it? And let's talk about it. I mean, it might not be for you. You might not even be what we're looking for. But at the very least, it's an opportunity for you to come up with a solution that you don't currently have for generating an income that's going to help your dreams come true. Just take the time to look at that. Now, of course, they're going to say yeah, because they'd be an ass if they weren't, right? But here's the thing. If you're sending that 15-minute intro to Team Beachbody video, don't try to set up an appointment for 3 days later. It's 15, now it's an 8-minute video, my bad. Set up an appointment for 15 minutes later. You have internet connection right now? All right, let me confirm your email address or Facebook. Let me make sure you get this. Can you see this on your Facebook? Cool, all right. Take the time to watch that right now. I'm gonna give you a call back in 15 minutes. And let's talk about that. Urgency. I'm gonna give you a call back in 15 minutes. You don't want them to sit there pondering it, because the longer someone ponders on, we live in a negative society. The longer they've got time to think about it, how many people talk themselves out of their dreams? How many people tell themselves it's not possible? How many people tell themselves, let's be realistic? Who the hell wants to be realistic? Realistic is average. Be allergic to average. Average is mediocre. God did not intend us to be mediocre. We were destined for greatness. We were designed for greatness. You give them time to sit there and ponder it, them and the rest of the world is going to pummel their heads with, you can't do that. It's a scam. It's MLM. It'll never work. It's impossible. It's impossible. I'll tell you what, 2 years ago, I would have thought it's impossible for me to work 4 hours a week, 5 hours a week, and make $1,500 on a bad month. That's impossible for a hood rat from Camden. It's impossible. Yet every month I do it because I had the audacity to think maybe I could succeed. So plant that seed of hope and get them on the phone immediately. Because in Daniel's case, what he heard back from some of them who chose to text him instead of get on the phone with him, right? They take the easy route out. Oh, you know what, man? That looks like work. Now, he's a Sapphire. If you look at the intro to Team Beachbody video, that's like anti-Sapphire, right? That's like, it's work, it's sales, and they're going, That's why I also had told you guys to look at the different opportunity third-party tools that we have. Because for a Sapphire like that, I probably would have set the Decide video. Less sales, more about dreams, more about vision, more about the story, right? So for who Danny is talking to and attracting right now at this point in his self-development, he is attracting other Sapphires like himself. So what he needs to do is have them do what they do well and create their story, tell their story, share their story with him, share their story in such a way that they can envision it, they can see it, they can feel it, they can smell it, they can taste it, and then get them on the phone immediately when they're there, when their focus is there, when their mindset is there. So that way, when they tell Daniel, you know, Danny, I took a look at what you sent me, bro, and I'm not good at sales, man. I don't think I could do that. I don't think I could be a salesman. And immediately Danny can go, I understand how you feel, because you know what? I felt the same exact way. But what I found is I don't sell to people, man. You've been watching me on Facebook. You've been you talking to me now. Why are you talking to me? Did I sell you something for you to talk to me right now? No, you saw what I was doing. We had a conversation. And I just recommended what I'm doing. You know, have you ever recommended something? Because I remember the other day, you recommended my editing skills to a production company you were working with. Remember when you did that for me? Yeah, you recommended a service, my service. So what's the difference? So let me ask you something. What did you like about that video you saw? Right into the script. Share your story. Overcome the obstacle right into the script. I don't want to do that. I understand how you felt. I felt the same way. What I found was, and you overcome the objection with a story, either yours or someone else's. So why don't you tell me what you did like about that video? They're ready to get off the phone, right? Yeah, what did you like? You get them on the positive. Well, I mean, I did like that these people were working 3-4 hours a day at home and making 6-figure incomes. Really tell me more about that. Well, man, if I only had to work 4 hours a day to make, heck, if that made me $2,000 a month, that would be enough that I didn't have to work at McDonald's anymore. And I could focus in the lab, writing my films, doing my production work, going out there seeking investors. Well, what you currently doing? How long is it going to take you to do that? Man, that ain't never going to happen. Really? So you want to make a little or a lot? Man, if I can make a lot doing that and still do what I do, you see what I'm saying? You've got them plugged into the system. You've got them dreaming. You've got them telling you what I am doing is not working. And you're giving them something that does work. And you're going to tell me your dreams are not worth you making a damn sale? Who is going to talk about their dreams, their goals, their aspirations, what they want to achieve in their life? Who is going to talk about all that, dream all that, verbalize all that, and then tell you they have got no way of making that happen at the present moment? And then look at you and say, yeah, I can't put in work. Because if they tell you that, they don't deserve their dreams. You deserve what you work for. Ain't no hand-me-outs. God don't make it happen for you. He gives you the blessing, he gives you the gift, he gives you the skill set, and he gives you the opportunities, but it's up to you to take that opportunity, work for it, run for it, and honor him by making it happen. You know, Jim Rohn talked about walking past a rock garden, and he saw the guy that's tending the rock garden, and it was amazing. He's looking at this rock garden, and it blew his mind, thinking something simple as a rock garden, but he's looking at it going, wow, this is one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. He goes up to the guy, he goes, I tell you what, God gave you a beautiful rock garden. And the guy responded to him and said, I understand what you're saying, but God didn't give it to me. Because before I started working on it, you should have seen what God was doing with it on his own. God don't do the work. He provided the tools and he provided the supplies. It was up to the gardener to do the work. God planted a seed. He planted vision. He gave you the tools. You got to make it happen. You got to create the picture. God ain't going to do it. I don't care how much you pray. He's not going to do it. Earn it. That's what he wants you to do. Honor him by making use of the skills he gave you. He gave all of us a gift. All of us. Every single one of you has a gift. Every single one of you has something to offer the world. Every single person you speak to has been gifted by God. Every single one. And the problem is they don't see it. You are not a salesman. You are a bringer of hope. You are a bringer of dreams. You are his mouthpiece into their life. You have a dream that you are letting go, and how dare you let go of the dream God put in your heart? What are you doing to make that happen? I'm not doing anything right now. Well, guess what? We are now. Let's go. That has to be your passion. That has to be your attitude when you speak to people. And if you don't have that, if you don't get that why, if you don't have that passion when you speak to people, that's why they're not calling you back. Is everyone going to say yes? No, they're not. That's just life. That's just life. I don't know how many of you go to church, but you can be in the middle of the most amazing sermon. You can see things that science cannot explain. You're dumbfounded there. You're going, what the heck just happened? You can't explain it, but it's happening. You see it, it's real. You're sitting there looking at it going, all right, my church don't got enough money to hire illusionists and wires and make that joint happen. That just really happened. That lady wasn't faking it. That just really happened. And how many people walk out of that same sermon you were in and still don't believe? Still go back to their life doing the same thing, right? That happens. It was not their time to get the message, but you still planted a seed, all right? So how do you get people to call you back? Form them completely. Completely. Get that why. If it don't make you cry, it ain't a why yet. That focus, that thing that's going to make them breathe. Because they want it so bad. That they're drowning in it. They want it so bad. And when you can get to that, I don't care what's on that video. They're going to call you back. It'd be the worst video in the world. The worst third-party tool in the history of man. They're going to call you back. If you can get to the why and get them to believe, they're going to call you back. If only out of respect, because you took the time to listen when no one else would. That's how you get them to call you back. When I told Dan that, he thought back through all those conversations he had, because he was zipping them through, man. Right? He was putting them numbers out, right? My brother said, what you lack in skill, you make up for in numbers. He is getting his numbers in. And I'm proud of him for that. But now that he learned where that mistake was, and you all needed to learn that this week. You all needed to go through that this week. And I knew you were going to go through that. Now you can either go back to some of those people, or as you talk to new people, slow down, right? It's not a race. It's not a race. You'll get there the right way. Honor those people you speak to. They're not a number. Yes, part of this business is a numbers game, but those people are not numbers. There are people that have been gifted. There are people who are struggling. There are people who need an answer. You can bless them. Keep that at the forefront with your message when you speak to them. get to know them, get to honor them, your callback ratio will increase. You know, why was my close ratio so high before I even heard of the Danny Johnson script? If I got you on the phone, you were buying or signing something. That wasn't even a question. My hardest thing was just getting them on the phone. Once I got them on the phone, you were buying or signing something. Why? My passion. You can't speak to me and question my belief. You can't. You can't hear me speak to you about what it is we do and not want to sip some of the Kool-Aid yourself. You can't. It's impossible. Because when I speak, I hype myself up. I start, whoo, yeah. I'm like that Baptist preacher ready to jump up on stage and give you an amen. That's what I feel about what we do. Why do I feel that way? Because this has changed my life. This has saved my life in a big way. You see, 10 years ago, I tried committing suicide. That's where I was. That was my reality. I had one reason for waking up in the morning. One. Her name was Serenity. Had that child not existed, I would not be here. Because I was worthless. You ever wake up disappointed? I have. Several times. Wake up and go, damn, he didn't take me. I have. More times than I can count. That was my reality, a failure. Someone who would never amount to anything, didn't matter to the world. If I was gone today, besides the child who's supposed to love me, who would miss me? What difference do I make? What did Beachbody give me? An opportunity to use the gifts God gave me. Let me correct that. Beachbody gave me nothing. God gave me this. God put me here. God gave me the team that we currently have. For those of you who have been around for a while, there is a distinct difference between our team and some of the other teams out there. Distinct. Not that we're better, not that we're more successful, not that we have the best method in the world. It's none of that. There's a difference in character. There's a difference in faith and how we walk. Because if you look at our team and start surveying the members, this is a team of belief. This is a team that walks with God. I'm in many a coach teams, and I can tell you for a fact that if 20% of them walk that walk, that's a lot. But I look at our team, and this is a team of faith, and I realized that the other day. What we are growing here, we are growing an army. Whether you be my direct downline coaches, adopted, or friends of this team, we are growing an army of soldiers who are going to go out there and bless lives, save lives. Danny had a dynasty, which was the most amazing dynasty I'd ever been to. Eric, I think you missed that one. Said that there are those of us in that audience who have gone through some shit that just keeps piling on and on and on. And you're sitting there going, good Lord, where's the end? Come on, man. Just one thing after the other after the other. Hell, I went to my first Danny Johnson event. came back with this epiphany. My heart was filled. I accepted the Lord into my life again. And the day I came back, the mother of my child left me. I was a single father. The day I came back. 2 days after I accepted God into my life, my world fell apart, shattered, destroyed. Months later, my daughter's cutting herself. She can't take it anymore. That was my last year. That was my 2013. And all I could think of, why? How much more can you throw on? I can't take it. I can't do it. Why are you going to give me faith to take everything away? Why are you going to give me answers to strip everything away? What's the point? To leave me in misery? But there was a point. There was a point. Because last year, I learned about faith. You see, I'm an emerald. I'm an emerald by how I was raised by my father. There is a plan for everything. There is a backup plan and there's a plan C. If there's a problem, I got an answer. And in 2013, he made the problem so big that there was only one solution. One. Faith. To let go. To let go of being realistic. To let go of average. To let go of mediocrity. To let go of doubt. And to simply walk in faith. That what I was doing, that my actions, that my footsteps, that as I went forward, I would be guided to plant my foot in the right spot. And Danny said there were those of us who have been through hell and back and then some. There's a lot that's going on in my life my little brother doesn't even know about. Many people don't know about. My parents don't know about. I know what hell looks like. And it almost took me. Why did I go through it? So I could lead a generation of leaders. Why do you guys listen to me? I'm not a millionaire. Why do you want to follow me? Why do you sit on these calls? There's something about me that's attracting you. Because this is a group of people that sometimes doubt. They're not sure. They don't always have the answer. They want to walk by faith, but damn, is it hard to walk by faith sometimes. And there's something that's speaking to you through me. It's not me. It's not me. I'm just a mouthpiece. I'm just doing his will and using his gift. "2013 brought me to 2014. This is going to be our year of harvest. Because this is the year I became a leader. This is the year I became a leader. I was not a leader last year. This is the year I became a leader. This is the year I decided I'm going to break the bondage. That I'm going to step up. I'm going to rise up. That I can. This is the year I stopped comparing myself to the top coaches and this, that, and the other. And said, I'm going to do it my way in his walk. And I'm going to learn. And I'm going to raise up a generation of leaders that honor people and put people first. And make dreams come true. Not make money. Money's easy. I've been making money my whole life. I'm talking about making dreams happen. Having an effect on the world around us. There's a reason this team is called Team Elevate. because we're going to elevate the world. Okay? And how are we going to do that? Perseverance. You guys got to have perseverance. There's 3 things needed for perseverance: heart, sacrifice, and pain. I learned that last year. The heart to have the audacity to know you can. If I ask Pablo, you hit a Success Club this month? It could be the last day of the month. He could be at 0. And he'll look at you and tell you, yep. He has the audacity, the heart to go out there and hear 3,000 no's tonight to get 3 yeses. Heart. That's what you all need. Heart. A heart for your fellow man and a heart for what it is we do. Believe it. Have faith in it. Push it. Push. With everything you got. Bleed it out. Drown in it. Want God's plan for your life to happen more than you want to breathe. And it'll happen. And with that heart is going to come a self-development. It's going to come a confidence. It's going to come a work ethic that's going to attract what? People like you. The more your heart grows, the more you take action, the more your faith grows, the more you improve the type of people you attract. The more you speak to people who are going to give you that phone call back and say, let's do this. You're going to attract people like Pablo. You're going to attract people like Erica. You're going to attract people like Denise who are going to do it, who have that attitude. I'm going to the top. You're either going to find me dead by the side of the mountain or at the top planting my flag, but I'm not stopping till I get there. That's the people you're going to find. Those are people who are going to sacrifice. I heard this quote today about sacrifice. To be able at any moment to sacrifice what you are today for who you will become. Are you willing to sacrifice who you are today for the person God wants you to be? From being the person that's afraid to talk to other people. From being the person who judges other people. From being the person who doubts, who'd rather watch that TV show tonight. Who'd rather go hang with the boys. Who'd rather make every excuse in the book instead of getting to work. Because you're not going to get there by accident. Are you ready to sacrifice the bullshit excuses you keep giving yourself for why you're not there yet? I am. I've been holding diamond for 2 years now. 2 damn years. Why? Because I've been holding on to bullshit. So I'm staying accountable to you guys. I'm sacrificing what I am, what I was in 2013 for the person I'm going to become in 2014. And that person is a leader not only in this company, but I'm taking it beyond, baby. This team is going beyond. I got more vision than just Beachbody. Beachbody is a stepping stone. Beachbody is a beginning. I'm already past Beachbody. Beachbody is what I got to get through to form the skills and develop myself to go where I want to go. Do you see yourself getting there? Are you willing to fight for whoever that person is? Or are we going to be back here a year from now with the same damn excuse for why it didn't happen? Because God ain't holding you back. You're here for a reason. He put this message in my heart today for a reason. I wasn't even going to do this tonight. We were supposed to be role playing. This message was put in my heart tonight. I had to get it out. Literally, this came to me 2 minutes before I got on this call. Weren't even supposed to be talking about this. It's not me talking. Somebody in this group needed to hear this tonight. I don't know who, but I hope you're hearing it because he's talking to you right now. Third thing I mentioned that you need, pain. Pain happens, right? The pain of someone saying no, that kills some of you. My rubies with the egos, my pearls with the feelings, oh, that kills you. Someone say no, they might as well stab you. Your pride, your ego, your feelings, that's destroying you every time they say no. And it's that fear of no, that pain of no, that stops you from reaching out to people. What do you care what they think? There's only two people that matter what they think, you and God. So why do you care what anybody else thinks? Let them say no. Let them say you're crazy. So what? Some guy thought he could bend a piece of metal and make it fly in the air. They told him that wasn't realistic. He's crazy. Thank God the Wright brothers and everybody that came after them didn't believe that bullshit. Some guy thought you could walk into a room, flip a switch, and a light would come on in the middle of the night. Man, you crazy. That's not realistic. Thank God Edison didn't listen to him. Slaves were brought over into this country, treated like animals, killed, raped, uneducated, weren't even considered men. And somebody thought we would be free. Well, not only will we be free, one of us is going to be president one day. And they said, you crazy. I remember listening to Chris Rock's dumb ass not 10 years ago, talking about a black man will never be president. That's crazy to think about. White America will never let it happen. Well, damn, somebody didn't tell Barack about that one. Not only did a black man become president, his damn name was Barack Obama. Wasn't even like John Smith. Oh, and he had a Muslim daddy. What? Who cares if they say no? Go for no. Go for no. Because all that matters is what you think of you and your dreams and what God put in your heart. That's it. And you just honor him each and every day. If he put a message in your heart and you ain't sharing it, you're not doing your job. You're here for a reason. Now, are you going to tell him, I'm not going to answer the call? I'm not going to do the work? God, I know you gave me this gift. I know you planted this dream in my heart, but it's too hard. It hurts too bad. I can't take the no. It don't feel good. Stop telling me what don't feel good. Do the damn thing. Do the damn thing. You know, pain is temporary. It's temporary. Might last a minute, day, might last a year, right? But it's temporary. And the pain eventually subsides. It subsides and it becomes something else. Something else takes its place. But let me tell you what lasts forever. Quitting. I know what it's like to give up a dream. Part of you dies. Because if the dream is put in your heart, you didn't put it there. He gave you that. That was his gift. That was his design. And when you give up on your dream, you kill a piece of you, a piece of what he designed into you, a piece of your heart, a piece of your soul. That's what you're giving up on. That lasts forever. So you persevere. You go make those sacrifices. When someone else wants to watch the ball game, get to work. When someone else wants to sleep in, get to work. When someone else doesn't feel like turning around to that person in the line talking to them, turn around and get to work, even if you don't feel like it. Get to work. Make the sacrifice. Do the damn thing. Suffer the pain of the no. Have the heart to do that. And that perseverance, that's where you get that 6-figure income. That's how you take care of your family. That's how you work from home. That's how you become the next Lindsay Madway or Scotty Hobbs. You ever get blessed enough to talk to some of these people? It might shock you to hear what they say. Because for all the success strategies they give you out there, the one thing they all say is my faith in God helped me get here. Lindsay is a woman of faith. Scotty is a man of faith. Tommy is a man of faith. It would surprise you what they actually say. God planted something in their hearts and these people are out there changing lives. You think they're better than you? He's raising up an army, a remnant of his people to go out there. Back in the day, it was kings and queens, David, Solomon, right? Who are the kings and queens of today? Industry, business leaders. That's who runs the world. Imagine if those business leaders, those millionaires, those people that affect markets, that influence politics, that influence people and trends. Just imagine if those people who had the money to control the world were honorable people like you. Imagine how that would change the world. So I'm gonna dare you guys. I'm gonna give you a dare, especially for my rubies that don't like to fail. I dare you for the next year to go big and fail spectacularly. Go hear every no you can hear. Go have people laugh at you. Go have people tell you you're nuts, you're crazy, it's a scam, it'll never work. I dare you to suffer through the pain of that for a solid year, but to persevere. To every single day, not miss a moment to talk to somebody, to speak life into them, to let them share their dreams with you, and to share with them the blessing that you've been given. I dare you to do that for an entire year. I dare you to fail at that every single day and eat it. And a year from now, I dare you to tell me what happens. Dare you. Because I'm looking at people in this group right now. I believe in you. I believe in you. I believe in you. And I'm not just blowing smoke up your ass. I'm really not. I'm really, people like Amy and Pablo, if I didn't believe in y'all, I wouldn't be wasting my time. You're not even my coaches. I didn't pick you. Our paths crossed for a reason. I met Pablo randomly. Total randomly at a Super Saturday. I don't even think I talked to him that day. That was random. But our paths crossed for a reason. Turns out dude lives down the street from me. That was random. There's 3 people here right now who aren't even technically part of my downline. 4, actually. Aren't even in my downline. I don't make a dime off of you. You're here because God put you here because he's got a plan. He's bringing leaders together who are, y'all might not see it right now, but what's going to happen in the next year, we're going to talk about this a year from now. And you're going to be like, yo, Rick, this crazy, dude. I don't believe what just happened. That's what's going to happen. You're going to look at me like, I didn't even see this coming. I didn't think it was possible. But you got to do your part. A year. Give me a year. Give me a year to fail. Give me a year every day to just do it. Here, no. Be criticized. Here, no. Get it wrong. Fail. Make a mistake. Make another mistake. Make 3 more mistakes. And go, damn, am I ever going to get it right? Well, I might as well try again and keep doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it. Because it's that practice. It's that taking that ball to the foul line and shooting that foul shot over and over and over and over and over again. When people are taking breaks, going back to that foul line and throwing that shot over and over and over and over again. When the high school basketball team says, you'll never be nothing, I'm not adding you to the team, you'll never be a basketball player, to get on that foul line and throw that shot over and over and over again, that makes you the next Michael Jordan. Because he was kicked off of his high school basketball team because he sucked. He would never be a basketball player. That was realistic. And he said, God didn't make me to be realistic. And he went to that foul line and screwed up over and over and over and over. He failed so many times, he lost count. But the difference between success and failure is one more try. How many of you are willing to fail over and over and over and over again until you succeed? How many of you are willing to look up to your God and say, I know you planted this seed in my heart, but I don't believe in it? I'm not. I did that for years. First time I gave up on my dreams. And that's when all hell broke loose. Because he needed to set my ass right, and I wasn't listening. I was hard-headed. I had all the answers. He's like, oh, you want to have all the answers? All right. We'll see what you got. And he made it so I stopped coming up with answers until I finally looked back at him. And he said, now that you're ready, now we're going to do what my plan was for you. His plan for me is to raise up the next generation of leaders, the next people that are going to go out there and take not only Beachbody by storm, but take a message out there that ain't nobody been taken out there on this level. That's what he put in my heart. We're going to affect lives, not just financially. So you want people to call you back? Touch their hearts. Genuinely care. Every person on this team, I've talked to all of y'all. I've talked to all of y'all. I've watched all of y'all. This is a team that has such big hearts, man. Unlike most coaches that I've met, like you guys just have this thing in you that you love on people in your way. Don't fight that. Be smart with it. Be efficient with it. But let that shine through. Does anyone in here think that I'm just someone that blows smoke up your ass to get money out of you? No. I make myself vulnerable. I let you know who I am. This is who I am. Unapologetically, this is who I am. Show people who you are and who you are becoming. Let them see that struggle. Let them know that story. And best of all, let them tell their story and let them see that there's a plan for them. You give people that vision, you tap into that vision in people, and dear Lord, the coaches, the organization you are going to build, my sincerest hope for this team is that every single one of you passes me in rank and in income. That's how I know I did my job. If I'm sitting here looking back going, damn, I got to catch up to Amy. She's freaking 5-star and I'm sitting at 2. What the hell? That's the position I want to be in. That y'all making me catch up. Like, holy crap, I need to change something up. These people killing me. That's the generation of leaders I want to raise, because it's this group right here, this ramp team, that's going to lead Elevate to the next generation. This is the crew right here. You're looking at them. You can take that to the bank. This is the crew. These are the people that are going to stick around a year from now, that are going to be doing the thing. We're all going to take a vacation together. It's not going to be the Beachbody trip. It's going to be the Team Elevate vacation, right? And I'm telling you, I got a vision in my head. We going to a resort somewhere, all expenses paid, and it's going to be this crew right here. And we're going to talk about, remember when? This crew right here and our families. That's my vision. And it's going to happen. God put that in my, it's going to happen. We're going to do that. We're sitting on the beach. We're going to talk about remember when. And then we're going to make our next plan. How can we step it up? All right, so I apologize that we didn't do the actual training we were intending to do tonight. But this was something that was in my heart to share with you guys. It really was. And I think a few of you, by some of the looks on your faces, needed to hear it tonight. So I know this call probably went long. I'm not even tracking how long it was. I'm kind of scared to see. Holy crap, yeah, it did go long. But here's your personal development for the day. Guys, I really do. I have a connection to each one of you. I love you like one of you is family, but I love you like family. You're my brothers and sisters. I want this so bad for you. I do. You have what it takes. So if you're willing to walk in faith, to trust in the direction of this team, and to share your expertise with this group, it's not just me. All right, God gave each person in this group a gift. Share it. I'm teachable. I have a teachable heart. Share with me. Some of you are rock stars. Share it. If we can learn from each other and take these gifts God gave us and put them together, can you imagine what we can achieve together if we walk in faith and honor Him? It's incredible. All right, so your homework moving on here on out is going to be to fail spectacularly as often as you can. Keep failing. I want you to hear a no and get excited. Got another no. Yes. And then learn from it. Got another no. Yes. She didn't call me back. Oh, yeah. Why didn't she call me back? Let's think about this and learn from it, and then go on to the next person. Leave every phone call and go, did I honor the person I just spoke to? Did I honor them? Did I bless their life? Did I allow them to speak and for the first time be heard? Was I actually listening to them? Or was I waiting for my opening to say, if I would you? Think about that. Were you actually listening to them? Or were you waiting for the next moment you could say, if I would you? If you answer that honestly, you'll already know why some people haven't called you back. That's real. And I've made that mistake too. Cool. So we'll end this call on that. Love you guys. We'll keep working on the group page. Love you too, Eric. Keep working on the group page, and I got some more material coming for y'all. We're really gonna blow this up. God's been planting stuff in my heart, and we're gonna take this to another level for sure. All right, guys, have a great night. Love you all. Say hi to your families. God bless.